Well, another week has come and gone, and we bring to you this week a special episode. We've selected some of our favorite stories from the past, some of the archived episodes, and we're going to go ahead and put them together here for you so you can listen to some of our favorite things. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode with all kinds of fresh, brand new stories of people dying in weird ways, stupid ways. But for now, enjoy these stories from the past. Okay, well, let's move on to Darwin Award nominee number 2. This one comes out of India. Classic out of India. This man is named Dharamveer Yadav, age 30.
Did you type that in Google and let it pronounce it for you? Because that was pretty good. That was good.
That was pretty good.
He's a daily wage worker who came from Kotla in Delhi to work for a tent house in Bansi. In a freak accident, a man who fell asleep all rolled up in a carpet at an event venue was killed after a truck allegedly ran him over on Saturday night.
Was he just trying to get warm?
I had a different India story. I didn't know you were bringing this.
Sleeping in a
he's just trying, a rug? Joe, he's just making daily wages, and he just wants to stay warm in a rug.
Police said Monday, adding that the driver failed to notice the man wrapped in the carpet and thought it just was a roll of carpet.
Okay.
So why would you run it over anyways?
This guy's name wasn't Aladdin.
Hey, look at this roll of carpet I'm going to run over for fun. Well, of course you'd fail to notice a human inside of it.
Okay.
That's like looking at a burrito and predicting what's inside.
Oh, okay. So this was actually a venue where all the workers were invited to come and eat, right? And it was late Saturday night. After the dinner, this guy just got kind of tired, and he rolled himself up in a long carpet and it was like stacked on top of other carpets.
Are you sure his friends didn't do this to him? I do this to my kids all the time. They always tell me wrap them in a burrito. I roll them up in a blanket really tight so they can't get out.
Yeah, and then you leave them in the road.
Burrito baby.
And you leave them, yeah. His friends rolled him up. So I'll put you on top of the stack.
It might be that fact that he got drunk and passed out and his friends rolled him up as a joke and just left him there.
Yeah, it's possible. According to police, he rolled himself up on a long carpet and lay near the stage to sleep. Later that night, trucks reached the spot to load the tent material, and one of the drivers ran his vehicle over Yadav, assuming it just to be a carpet roll. He was sleeping at an unusual place, and in a way no one could have thought of. While other workers slept on a makeshift bed, Yadav slept amid the carpet rolls.
It's to protect him from the snakes, probably.
Yadav was instantly killed, but those at the venue didn't even know he was there or had died until they spotted blood soaking from the roll the next morning.
Oh, so the rug was ruined for sure.
You're right. That's the tragedy.
This is a potential murder too, as well.
If they unroll it, is it a body print?
I mean, if someone rolls you into like a carpet roll, I don't know, 5 or 6 layers deep. Yeah. How do you get out of that?
I wish I could see a picture of the rug. Really,
I don't have that. I wish I did too. He admitted to running over Yadav with the truck. The deceased was not visible at all as he was inside the carpet roll, and there were a bunch of other rolls right beside it. So. Yeah, his family's upset. They're filing suit.
Do they get to keep the rug? Do they want to keep it? Maybe.
It really tied the room together.
Okay.
Makes me think of one of those, was it like a psychiatrist, where they put those pictures of blotches up and you got to see what is it? What do you see here in this picture? So you think
when they unroll it, that's what's going to be on there.
Yeah, there was some type of image there.
I don't think you'd want to keep that roll of carpet.
I don't know. This is a first because I don't think I've ever heard of a death like this.
Venue.
I don't.
We've never had anybody roll themselves up in carpet and get run over.
There's a lot of things going on here. I'm unsure why there's a carpet roll.
I mean, I have a story for Patreon about a guy taking a nap in the road. Like, we've seen that happen. People just lay down in the middle of the road.
People just get tired.
But wrapping yourself in a carpet.
In the middle of the road. That's new.
But it's not the middle of the road either.
Is it Darwin to wrap yourself in a carpet? I mean, it'd be better if he suffocated. If he suffocated, that'd be one thing. Did he lay himself in the middle of a driveway?
No, he rolled the whole thing out, and he got on one end, and he started rolling himself like a burrito, and he rolled
He's
it
an
until...
employee.
Did anyone
there.
see him do this? Or did he just...
I think they have a camera.
Wasn't it
I think
funny
they
to
had
see?
a camera of the spot.
See him just roll himself up?
Yeah.
He just likes to be wrapped up like a little baby. Nice and tight.
It's nice in there.
Snug as a bug in a rug.
Yeah. Well, a dead guy in a rug. Well, that was Darwin Award nominee number 2.
I like it.
Okay.
Good.
But this is out of Guadalajara Zapotelejo.
Oh, I love that restaurant.
It's a rising chain.
Like Guadalajara.
It's actually on a highway. It's on the Cloverleaf Highway. There's an intersection there. Doesn't really matter. So this guy, I don't know what this means, first of all, because right now it's translated. I tried to Google it. The subject had several days of cadaveric evolution. Now, I think because it's translated.
What's your guess? I think I know, but what's your guess?
I think...
What?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think he's rot. It means he was rotting, laying on wherever he was laying there rotting for several days. Cadaveric is like your body, your cadaver, body, and evolution. I'm assuming it's changing. So my guess is he's just decomposing, like Adam says.
Okay, well, this guy really had to go to the bathroom, and
on the highway.
How does that factor in?
He exploded.
Yes, he exploded.
When the man realized there was an uncovered sewer, he decided to go to the bathroom. He even took his roll of toilet paper with him.
He just found a manhole and decided to poop in it? Is that what it was?
He's like, there's one right there. He even brought toilet paper with him.
Yeah. So he's 30 to 35 years old, they estimate. Lost his balance by crouching and fell down backwards, causing him to fall several meters down and apparently hit his head, from which he died.
That is great. That is great, Ben.
I was in Mexico and I don't remember anyone pooping in the streets. I've seen pee everywhere, but never pooping.
They know
in the
that he was
Same,
pooping and
Adam,
that he fell down. It's because his toilet paper. They know that he fell and was pooping because
his toilet paper was there.
His toilet paper was sitting by the sewer on the way down.
His roll's just sitting there.
It's still sitting there.
I can imagine little crosses like put up there now with little flowers all wrapped in like toilet paper as memories,
Toilet paper roses?
Oh, I can know how to make those.
I know you do. You came back from Mexico and showed us how, I think. Or was that before?
I can't remember.
I think it was a high school thing for you. The elements of the municipal medical services mentioned that the subject had several days of cadaveric evolution as well as a skull fracture.
Like down in the sewer he was decomposing? Or
I don't think so, because the workers, let's see. Let me
they
scroll
pulled
up a
him
little
out,
bit
left
here.
him on the side of the road?
Workers who were on the side of the bridge realized that the person was inside the sewer, so they called. Okay, so maybe he'd been down there for several days.
I bet he'd been down there for a while.
That's probably what had happened.
Gross. That's gross.
I need to really research some better, like, pooping jokes.
I'm finding
something.
every week a good poop story.
Yeah, with a lot of bathroom humor on this podcast. Apparently,
There's my opportunity. There's a sewer. I've got my toilet paper in hand. Here we go.
do you just research man dies?
No, I just look up stories
pooping?
in Mexico. It usually kind of turns out.
I think that's a really good story. I like the fact that
I
he
thought it
brought
was
toilet
pretty
paper with
crappy.
him for some. Same. I'm going to delete
The fact that he
Same.
brought toilet paper with him and then fell, but the toilet paper just was sitting
I
by
know,
the
that's
sewer.
something so funny about that, like bringing your paper with you.
If you walked down the street by a manhole and you saw a roll of toilet paper sitting by it, would you be like, did someone leave that behind, or did someone fall in?
First of all, I don't. If you're gonna poop out like that, anyways, just do it on the side of the road. It doesn't even matter at that point. Why even have to find the sewer?
That's a great point. You can find a bush or anything. You don't have to necessarily find an open manhole.
Yeah, it's not like society's gonna be like, well, you see a guy pooping, you're like, well, at least it's in a manhole. At least it's open to the sewer.
In the sewer where it belongs.
Good on him.
Speaking of people pooping in public, I've seen many here in Washington State because it's allowed here on the West Coast. That's people, you see it regularly. And I once saw a man pooping on the side of the road as I was driving by, and I happened to catch the very tail end of it. And I saw him reach his hand into a rain puddle that was near him, and then use his wet hand from the water to clean his backside.
Well,
And I thought, I gotta get out of this place. He's got a bidet. The Washington bidet is what we call it. The rain puddle bidet.
At least with so many wet leaves there, you would think he doesn't need to do that, but...
well done.
Wow, Joe. Great story. Way to go. I'm going to bring a story today that comes from Italy. The town is called...
Do it.
Catalica. Is that right?
Catalica. Yeah, I've heard them.
Catalica. It's northern
Great band.
somewhere.
Is that a rock? It almost sounds like Catalina, but not Catalina.
What is... How do you pronounce this? It can't be Catalica.
Catalica. I don't know. I don't know. Well, it involves a 46-year-old man who... Well, the people in town say he's often jobless. Okay? Not homeless, jobless. This man. Well, this man
Don't you want to live in those towns
where people know your name?
This guy's he often doesn't
that guy. That's just Doug doing
That's Jobless Joe over there.
Jobless Joe. Oh, yeah, we've seen him roam in the streets looking for jobs. So this guy, he was caught on camera doing something. He broke into the back of a store, is what he did. And this is quite the unique story here. And, he according to the footage, he kind of surveys the store. And the first thing he does is he stops to get a drink. So he walks over to where the water bottles are, all the waters, and he grabs one, pulls it out of the package, and starts drinking it. Well, he grabbed it from an incredibly large tower of water bottles.
Uh-oh.
If you could guess, it collapsed on top of him and squished him.
Is this why Costco only stacks theirs like
5 high?
Or 5 high?
How tall does this thing have to be to squish him and kill him?
I don't know. It was on Easter. They say Easter Monday, which is weird in the story. Easter Sunday, Easter Monday. Maybe they do some different holiday over there a different way. But I didn't see in the article how tall they actually
I imagine it fell and he fell and hit his head.
The footage was caught. What happened was actually some employees came next day or so, and they saw it all toppled over, and they all started picking it up. And as they were picking it up, they found a rag, and then they saw a hand sticking out.
A couple days later.
Well, they had to...
It's the next day, I guess.
They had the time off for Easter, and they weren't at the supermarket.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
They find a guy underneath it.
And they start lifting up all the things, and they saw the arm, and they saw the body, and it was dead at that point. And they went and reviewed the footage, and they saw that he went to get a drink of water, and it collapsed. He made the tower collapse on him. Oh, man.
Okay.
So, killed by water, didn't drown, but crushed by water. I don't know how you go about that.
I don't think there's much
That's
else
good.
to say about this story.
I wonder what he was like, you know what, where should I start first? Should I get some alcohol? Should I steal some cigarettes?
Gosh, Adam, that is actually a really great story because it is a dumb way to die.
Oh, it is.
It's just... I'm going to...
Balls on top.
It's so idiotic. Like, it's hilarious. It's not even... Cause it's actually dumber to drive on the railroad tracks and run into a train. It's a dumber thing to do. Like, it's not dumb to get a drink of water. But that way of dying is just so, like, it's so frivolous. It's like the smallest little thing. You would never
pull this out of here, take a drink, and then it crushes on top of me.
Well, like, I haven't seen the footage, right? They haven't released some footage, but which water bottle did he decide to choose from? Like, out of all of them, I'm going to open that one. You got to get in there and open that
foundation.
Well, so
the bottle.
My wife gets upset at me the way I open things. I just kind of rip the package.
Oh, I do that.
Rip the water bottle
with my
bag
teeth.
open. I never do that. Just rip it and then pull something out. So I bet he just ripped the side of like what you would expect those Costco waters to be.
They're big ones.
And pulled it out, and that leaning tower of water Pisa The skin on top of it.
The Italian reference even.
Thank you.
Nice. You know,
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was the leaning
You know,
down from water bottle pizza right there because they made
yeah,
it.
they
you know?
they formed it in a circular
the
leaning
tourists.
thing on purpose. You know, I've seen those huge things of soda sometimes they do for Super Bowl. They're huge. They make art out of it. You know, they make
Yep.
big. I can see that falling on somebody and hurting. But I
You'd
guess
have to
the
pull
water.
You'd have to pull it from the very bottom. Actually, you know what we should do next time? This is a great way to get a lawsuit, which we shouldn't air right now.
Grab a pack of it.
Grab a
Don't
pack
say
from the
this.
bottom, let it all fall down on us.
I wanted that orange
Sue
one right there.
Walmart.
And be like, and then what? Then sue.
It hurt my toe.
It fell on me. Ben, you know what? We could probably get a cool 100K out of that.
Not anymore.
Now that we've said this. Well, we would never do that, but still.
No.
Okay. Okay, the
Right.
Leaning Tower of Pisa. Ben, I'm still cracking up at that
Water
reference. That's
Pisa.
funny. Okay, let's move on.
So I pulled up several articles on the same story that have each different details that add to the story, and I'm still not convinced or I'm sure of what has happened. But the headline from the Mirror, at least in the UK, says student dies during Jesus crucifixion reenactment as audience thinks it's part of a show.
Oh no! Oh my gosh!
And I immediately latched on to this because in the past, a long time ago, we've had a Darwin Award where people have actually tried to reenact it.
Mhm.
Like, I think it's somewhere in Mexico where people get crucified
Iztapalapa.
voluntarily.
Boom.
Iztapalapa, Adam, you've seen it happen?
Yeah, but like they used to do it like really crucify people. Like people would
Like
volunteer to do
voluntarily,
it.
though,
Yeah,
right?
but they'd only do it like they put it in they'd tie their like arms on and they would actually put nails in their hands, but they wouldn't leave them up there longer than like 5 minutes and then they'd take them off. You know, just part of like a ceremony. Like,
But they
and
did
like
nail
thousands
through
of
their
people would come and watch it. Just so bad.
Yeah, but we did have a Darwin where a guy did die.
Yeah, we did. It's been a while.
And the picture for this Mirror article is actually like some kind of a statue of Jesus on a cross. So it's like, okay, this
I didn't
sounds
see this
like
one.
this article from a very long time ago. So for this Mirror article in the UK, it said a student has died during a reenactment of Jesus Christ's crucifixion, which the audience reportedly thought it was part of the performance. The unnamed undergraduate, which he's named in all the other articles, at the Claridian.
Sounds better, Claritin.
Claritin.
Yeah. University of Nigeria fell down during the Passion of the Christ performance.
What character
move
was he
on to-
playing?
That's the thing. So a few articles in, I had to find out. He was playing, let me pull up the right article, this
He was going to be.
one. He was playing the role of the biblical Peter. Now this is this is translated. This is actually a Nigerian article.
Oh.
So this is translated. He was playing the role of the biblical Peter in the dream. That in the dream and that process when Peter cuts the ear of one of the soldiers and Jesus fixes the ear and asks Peter to let him do their wish. This is what it says in this article.
Yeah.
So the moment when Peter slices off the soldier's ear, and then Jesus heals the ear before the soldiers take him, right after the Garden of Gethsemane. They're about to take him away.
Are they gonna? Is he gonna really cut someone's ear off? What's gonna happen here?
He accidentally cuts his own ear off, Adam.
Right?
I don't know. In all these articles, I don't know, but he bleeds to death somehow.
Wait.
He must
so
have cut
how'd
his
he
own
get
ear.
cut? How would he get?
I think he cut his own ear. We'll get to other articles still yet again. Scrolling down in this Nigerian article, it says, then at this point, where he reproduced the words of Peter, Lord, today I die with you, he advanced a few steps and fell to the floor where initially people thought it was part of the drama and saw he was bleeding, and they rushed him to the hospital.
Maybe it was suicide. Maybe he decided to die with him at that point.
Today I die with you. Bonk. Then he passes out.
Yeah. No. Sacrifice.
I
But we
think I
don't know
know.
where he's bleeding. What?
I have a guess. You ever seen that clip in Arrested Development where Job has the sword of destiny and he like shoves it down into his pants on accident and he's like bleeding into his socks? That's what I think this dude had. I think he's about to pull out the sword to get this guy's ear,
And he
and
slices
as he's
his
pulling,
leg.
he just slices himself open.
Oh.
He fillets himself on accident.
That sounds... that could happen.
How else is he going to just bleed all of a sudden?
I don't know.
Yet another article says that an eyewitness at the university called Michael, they're calling out his first name, but I don't know that that's true.
That's Michael the Archangel from the Bible.
Thought there was
Michael
Peter.
Alua revealed that the deceased student fell down and after some time he started bleeding while acting in the Passion of the Christ drama. The incident occurred, everybody came together, thought it was a joke, thought he was trying to be a part of the drama in the play.
The cloud is...
And then he was dead there, like around him
clapping.
clapping.
Yay!
Good. Wow,
Well
beautiful.
done.
Beautiful. So realistic.
The audience was. Yet another article. We go to the first hospital, and he wasn't responding to the treatment, so we rushed him to the Federal Medical Center in Owari, where he's pronounced dead. We also heard his mother slumped and died after hearing the news of her son's death.
Oh, wow. Twofer.
Thanks for sharing that, Ben. That's not a two for Adam. This is not a Darwin Award winner, okay?
No, I guess
He
not.
died during this. His mom
Was
heard
his,
about it,
did
and
his
she
wife,
died during it.
did his recent wife carrying a baby or anything like
Yeah,
that?
is there anybody else who
Any
was,
other details?
who was mourning, Ben, you want to tell us
Did
about?
he just adopt a puppy? What do you got for us?
Did his
birthday?
cancer-ridden father drop dead, too? Did he have any adopted children that were pending on
Was
him?
he 90 years old? Oh.
Wow.
Well, I wish I knew exactly how he died. That would be a little better. If I knew that he sliced his leg like Joe said, that would be...
There's only one way. He's carrying a sword to cut off the guy's ear, and he bleeds to death. Like,
well, if he has it in his pants, he pulls it the wrong way. Anything could happen there.
give me another way that he could bleed to death. I can't think of another one.
I don't know.
This is also from another article. The priest in charge of the students of the formation of the university, who confirmed the incident, said he could only speak when authorized, and he did so. And he said, he gave his name as Charles. I'm reading this thing. This was the second time a student had died in a similar circumstance.
What?
Maybe
Reenacting this play.
Maybe he was just killed.
Maybe they should start. What are they, instead of using
Wood
like an
swords.
actual sword? Maybe they should learn of Alec Baldwin's
stick
lesson
or
and start
something.
using
Yeah.
fake stuff.
You think they'd be like, okay, just to prep you, somebody else died carrying this sword, so you gotta be careful.
I'm wondering if they even got to the further on in the play. They probably were planning on actually crucifying a guy.
Yeah.
They stopped when this
Well,
guy died while cutting zero.
Think about the soldier. He's wearing the fake ear for nothing. He gets upstaged by this guy who starts bleeding. He's like, wait, I had the fake blood and everything.
You're
That's my
not
job."
supposed to die. You're Peter. What the
Nah,
heck's wrong
I've
with you?
I've seen the setup for this play, or some photos, and it looks like someone's backyard. It's not,
Oh,
of course.
crappy version.
Of course.
Well, I'd like to see it now.
I'm sure they didn't have fake ears.
What
but
did
they
you wanna
definitely
see, Ben?
Probably had real swords.
You want to see the passion for real? You want to see the passion? Mel Gibson's The Passion of the Christ, taking place in some college in Nigeria.
In Nigeria, yeah.
I don't know. I just had a ton of articles. I mean, I found this one article, and then I had to research Nigerian and learn the language and get into
Well
it.
researched,
I'm
Ben.
surprised I didn't see that one.
And I can't figure out what actually happened.
Maybe some more details.
But this
will
did
come out
happen
later.
today. This happened today, Easter Sunday.
Where do people know?